So I think gangsterism is a component of our whole crime issue that faces us, and crime really is one of those areas that I think is out of control. And there are, gangsterism is a component of it. Gangsterism is also pretty much area bound, but I think those areas or traditional areas are actually now expanding. And in explanation, I think the kind of drug market and the poaching market is the sort of illicit economy within the system, and you can see it moving now out into some of our rural towns, where you're seeing drugs now becoming much more of a problem in small little towns and villages across the province. So you are seeing this sort of the gangsterism component of our crime really starting to push the boundaries. And yeah, it's a very scary space. I've been the MEC of Community Safety now since the 1st of November, 5 full months, and in those 5 full months, 1,567 people in this province have been murdered. Of which a component of those murders are driven by gangsterism. You're seeing young people shooting each other every single day in different parts of our city. So for example, we're probably sitting now, I haven't seen the report of today, but probably nearly 30 people now shot just in Mitchell's Plain. So you can really see it's area bound, and quite frankly a big problem for us. It's actually a much bigger issue. It's a whole of society issue. It links through to education, it links through to health, it links through to opportunities and economic issues. You go to places where gangsterism arrived, you'll see low unemployment rate, you'll see low skills rates, you'll see dropouts in schools. So yeah, it's not only about an anti-gang unit, it's about a whole of society approach. It's about all of the role players coming together so that you can arrest someone, but you've got to come in with alternatives, with skills development, opportunities for new business. The economy, the illicit economy is massive. When you remove it, you've got to fill it with something else, otherwise it'll just come back in again. So from our point of view, our piece of legislation says regulation and neighbourhood watch registration. So you're not just on a neighbourhood watch, your fingerprints are checked, you're registered, you are approved, you are supported. Because it's about that whole of society approach. I think we've still got a bit to go with private sector. It's supporting municipal policing and law enforcement and bringing those partners in. And then it's about the prevention. And prevention is programs like the Chrysalis Project. 200 young people every 3 months going into a boot camp. And I think we've learned some lessons, been there for a while. I think it's the most amazing project. But now what happens is you can't just take those young people at risk, put them through a process, then put them back into the same circumstance. They go straight back into the gang or straight back into the drugs. So now the project is we pull you out of the risk situation, we put you into a boot camp, we give you some skills training from welding to cookery, doesn't matter whether you're male or female, and computer courses in between. And then we employ you for a year in one of our partner government offices. So that actually gives you a much better chance to have moved away from the negative in your home space or in your workspace or in your society of where you are that's pulling you down, and give you an opportunity of actually creating a positive future. But that's one small little program. We've got a whole range of other programs, but I think if looking forward, what I would really like to see in this government is much more work on the prevention side, on the crime and grime and values and lying, and starting with our kids. We've got to build a value system that actually becomes the prevention of what happens on the other side.
So NICRO is a national non-government organization. NICRO stands for the National Institution for Crime Prevention and the Reintegration of Offenders. NICRO is, as I said, we are an organization that's specifically focusing on crime prevention. One of our mission and visions is creating a safer South Africa. So we definitely can assist, if there is a need. We can help those that, are seeking assistance. Because we work with offenders, our main if I can say, objective is also teaching the person to take responsibility, and as well as to be held accountable for their actions. So we also, if the families are approaching us, it already shows that they are willing to want to receive assistance and hopefully taking responsibility for what had transpired in the past. And NICRO is available to assist. We have what we call walk-in clients. Those are clients that are not always referred through the court system. And we have definitely and will definitely assist where we can. We have a host of programs. We actually have a basket of services is what they call it. So our programs are sort of under two categories. We have life skills programs and then we have therapeutic programs. So to give you an idea, our life skills program, it is adult life skills, and that is of course for an adult from the age of 18 and older. Then our therapeutic programs would include anger management program, adult substance abuse program, individual counseling with a counselor, a social worker in particular. We have community service learning as well. And then we also have restorative justice programs, which is governed by the restorative justice principles. So specifically our victim offender mediations, or we have what we call family group conferencing, where the families get involved with the offender and we work through their own relationship building and reaching a point of whether it's restoration or a point of being able to move on from where they were left behind, especially if that individual was inside or involved in any criminal activities. Because of course it does affect the family.
We need to set ourselves apart to say we want to be a safe and prosperous society. How can this not be the safest province on the African continent? But it needs a plan, and it needs will, and it needs the whole of society saying, yes, we buy into this.